Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Cougar Talk. This is our first one in 3 weeks. We've all been kind of busy keeping up with the sports world, but hey, we're here now. And we're live on location at Paulson Stadium tonight, where the Lady Cougars are having their last regular season home game. They will be taking on Hopkinsville, so if you get the chance, come out tonight and support the Lady Cougars. I'm in the press box with Adam Clark tonight. Adam, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing phenomenal. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. I also like to introduce Jared Darnell. Jared, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Doing great. Did you get your truck back from the shop yet?
Yes, I did. Got it back yesterday.
Hey, that's good. That's real good. You can get around now.
Yeah.
And now we have Justice England. Justice, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing very well, Cameron. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Now, Justice, can you explain to us why we're live on location tonight?
We are live on location here at Paulson Stadium to give our seniors in the soccer team a little bit of love. You know, they've worked very hard this season, very, very dedicated team, and, you know, it's their last home game, so we thought we'd be here to push them with our energetic spirits.
Amen, brother.
That's really good, Justice. I appreciate that. Now let's recap the football game from last week. We took on Owensboro Catholic, and Cougars just did not have much to do at all the other night. We lost 43-0. Adam, you were at the game with me. How do you think the Cougars handled the other night?
They didn't handle it the way I thought they would. I thought we went in there having a chance after that surprising loss at Muhlenberg. I thought after that bye week we would come back stronger than ever, but they just didn't show the way I thought they would at Owensboro Catholic.
Justice England was also there. Justice, what was your take on the night?
I thought, you know, that Catholic would come out to a quick lead since Catholic is the bigger school and they're faster, so I thought, you know, they would jump out to a quick lead. And at halftime when we went in, I was very optimistic. I thought we'd go in, make some halftime changes, and then come out and, you know, contend with them a little bit. But it just didn't look like they had any fight left.
Yes, it was a very tough night for the Cougars. Cougars are taking on a lesser opponent this week in Todd County Central, who's 0-6. I expected to see the Cougars do a whole lot better against the run this week because the run defense is a whole lot better than what Vaughn Williams proved us to be last week. And also, Todd County Central's running game is not as strong. So let's take it over to Justice real quick. Justice, we saw that Trevor Turley struggled a lot last week, finishing the night with -1 yards. Do we expect to see a different kind of game from Trevor Turley this week?
Absolutely. Trevor, you know, everybody has an off day, you know, and it just happened to be against Catholic for Trevor. And I think this week he's going to bounce back with the fire that he needs to get him going again, to get him back on the right path.
Completely agree. Also, Bryson Parker did not have the game that we are accustomed to seeing from him. He only had 46 yards, averaging 92 on the year. Let's hand it on over to Jared. Jared, do you think that Bryson will be able to run through the middle of Todd County this week?
I think he will. Owensboro Catholic has got one of the best rush defenses around here. I think that this next week he ought to get back to his normal numbers.
Completely agree. And we saw that the Cougar defense did struggle last week against Vaughn Williams, who ended up going for 548 yards on the ground. Adam Clark, do you think the Cougar rush defense will do better this week against a lesser running back?
Yes. Like, Coach Weiner has been working on our run defense all season, and we keep getting better and better with our new additions and different players coming in and out. I say that we will do substantially better this week than we did against Owensboro Catholic last week.
All right, thank you for that input, Adam Clark. So that brings us to the part of the show where we make our predictions for this week's game. So I'm going to just go ahead and hand it on over to Justice. Justin, give us how you view the game's going to go and give us a final score.
Well, I view that after last week's loss against Catholic, we're going to come out and we're going to make our next opponent pay. So I think the score is going to be somewhere like 50-14. You know, at the end there, we'll give them a little bit of room for them to score 2 quick touchdowns there as the clock's winding down after we put it in the bag and tied it up.
Thank you, Justice, for your input there. For the rest of y'all, just to let you know, they lost in their last game to Russellville 54-0. Russellville has been on a dominating streak, just to let y'all know that. So, Jared, what is your prediction for this week?
34-6, McLean County.
Do you have any special calls for this week, like Trevor Turley doing a touchdown or something?
Yes. Trevor will get a touchdown. If not, 2 touchdowns.
Thank you, Jared Darnell, for that input. Adam Clark.
I say it'll be a hard-fought game, but I say McLean County comes up on top. 34-43 McLean County. I see it being a high-scoring game. Be
Okay.
interesting.
Okay, thank you, Adam, for that input. I see the Cougars coming out with a vengeance this week after a demoralizing loss. They have to come back and get some confidence, so they're going to come out here and completely run all over Todd County Central. I expected the time of possession be heavily in the Cougars' favor, so I'm predicting the final score in this game is going to be about 44-0. Cougar defense is then come out and just completely dominate Todd County Central's offense. So with the football game out of the way, let's talk about some volleyball action. Justice, our volleyball correspondent, how's volleyball going this year?
They've hit a couple rough patches. All in all, it's been a pretty even year in the win-loss columns there. But, they played a pretty good team in Union County the other day and just came up short. And the week before that, they came up short again, I'm pretty sure. But it's been, early in the season, they're just now starting to show some fight, actually. They haven't showed the fight and the energy that they have. So if they keep going with this energy, maybe they can get it to fall into the right spot. But until then.
Yeah, I completely agree with Justice here. I watched a few games at the beginning of the season, and I watched a few at the end, and I'm starting to see a completely different team as we get ready for district action and regional action. Expect the Cougars to do something in district play, if not in regional. So be staying tuned to us for the latest news from the volleyball team. And let's talk about the soccer team here real quick. Soccer team has not had the best season on record, but they still show a lot of heart out there on the field. Let's hand it on over to Adam. Adam, tonight's the last home game. What can we expect to see from the Lady Cougars tonight?
A whole lot more heart than what they've given. I see it as they're going to try to go out with their last home game with a big bang and come out with a W today against Hopkins. I see them winning it.
All right, Adam Clark, that's a bold prediction. Let's see if it pays off here. Here in about 1 hour, Lady Cougars will be taking on Hopkinsville. So if you're listening live, make sure you come out and watch the game. And make sure you check out the concession stand. Coach Hicks is over there frying some great smelling burgers. I can smell them from here. They're great. So, also, let's go back to football here real quick and talk about the ramifications of losing to Owensboro Catholic come the playoff field. Right now, since we lost to Owensboro Catholic, in order to get a number 2 seed, which would secure us a home game, we have to beat Butler County and win out the rest of the district play. The rest of the district would be Todd County Central, Butler County, and Hancock County. Justice, looks like you have something to say here.
Yeah, on the Butler County, and when we play them, I feel like we're going to do good. I've looked at some of their schedule, and I've seen the teams they've played and their win-losses. And honestly, the only person I feel that they have that can do some damage is their quarterback, Rex. And he's good, but we can shut him down. We have what it takes to shut him down. So I'm excited to see what we do there. And Coach Wagner is a great coach. The game plan's going to be fantastic. So I'm ready to see what he does. Ready to see what we do.
Yeah, just going back to Rex there. We did shut down one of the better QBs in the region, Hunter Combs. How many weeks ago was the Muhlenberg County game?
3.
3 weeks ago, we shut down Hunter Combs and held him to very few yardage. So I expect us to come out and completely contain Rex this week. All right, let's take it over for final thoughts on Cougar sports. Let's start over with Justice here and work our way around.
All right, so in final thoughts, Cougar Nation. Cougar Nation. All right, what about the Cougars this year? What about the energy they are showing than the past few years? What about that, Cameron? What about it?
I think it's fantastic. We're starting to see school spirit starting to pick up a little bit here. Pep Club's doing a whole lot better. And just so everyone knows that's listening to us right now, we have been selected by 14 News for the Sunrise School Spirit that you see on the news Friday mornings, and we need your help with that. Students need to be here at 5:30 in the morning to show our school spirit, and also you need to keep your pocketbook open and buy some canned goods. It'll go towards the Tri-State Food Bank. I'm going to set our personal goal at 10 tons. Now, Massillville and North Hopkins, they had about 16 tons. But if we could get 10 tons, I'll be happy. And we're still looking for a theme on the pep rally. So the seniors are in charge of that, so stay tuned for a theme. Also, if you come to the game tomorrow night, bring a canned good and you get $1 off your admission. So that's a little bit of an incentive to come out and watch the game live, ain't it, Jared?
Yep. What day did you say that was? October 21st?
October 21st.
Okay.
And the school administration is looking at letting us out early, an early dismissal for getting here so early. Breakfast is going to be provided from what Mr. Gray said. I'm quoting him on that. Let's see here. Adam, are you going to be here for the pep rally?
On October 21st?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I will be here for sure. You can always count on me to show some spirit.
Adam Clark just won the vice presidency of the junior class.
Scratch that. I am secretary. I got a couple of votes ahead of me by a fellow classmate.
Oh.
Thank you for ruining my day.
Sorry, Adam. All right, let's head it on over to Justice for more about the pep rally.
All right, so with the pep rally, 10 tons, that's weak, Cameron. We can
Weak?
do better than that.
Okay.
10 tons? My big toe weighs more than 10 tons. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, Jared's sitting over here like, 10 tons or 30?
If we can get 30 tons of canned goods, I will be amazed. And I will wear a tutu to school the next day.
Going to do that.
That's a Saturday.
It's going to be pink. Please say it's going to be pink with sparkles.
It will be pink. The following Monday, I will wear a pink tutu with sparkles if we get 30 tons.
You heard it right here on the air. Cameron Edwards himself will wear a pink tutu with sparkles if we do this. Let's make it happen.
School spirit's on the up and up, and that's what the last part of the show was about, school spirit. So, signing off here.
Justice England.
I'm Jared Darnell.
Adam Clark.
This is Cameron Edwards, and this has been another edition of Cougar Talk. And keep